I learned that there are bears around. Man, I'd be scared to even go out there. I know I got seeing that 18 feet grizzly bear. I know it's tame compared to stuff today, but it was scary back then. But my dad said, "Wow, that was a good movie." Me and my mom, Darlene, she were holding hands. My dad enjoyed it. We're holding hands. And then my dad says, "Bill, take the dog out." And I go, "Oh no, I just got done seeing a scary movie." That's just like Matt Galloway. Dave let us watch Fire in the Sky, based on a true story. And then Matt says, "Oh, great. Thanks a lot, Dave." Dave said, "What?" "I gotta go to the grocery store and it's nighttime. And I just saw Fire in the Sky. Thanks a lot, Dave." And Dave said, "You're welcome." I go, "Just have faith in Jesus, Matt. That's all I got to say. Get to the grocery store, get what your mom and dad needs, and then go home and be relaxed." Anyway, Mitch, he was about probably 10 or 11 years old at the time. He's an adult now. He, he has children with his wife. And he's probably got more children. I ain't seen him in a while, but he had, last I saw him on Facebook, he had 2 children. I think there were 2 boys. Anyway, he's all grown up. He was studying to be a voice actor, but we got him doing magic tricks because he liked doing that. We didn't even know he was claustrophobia because his dad said, uh, "Is there a way out of this uh, trunk?" And we asked why. "Because Matt's claustrophobia." And I said, "He is?" And then Dave said, "Matt, now why didn't you tell us that?" "Well, I did. And so I show, and he said, "Well, you don't need to show me," his dad said. I said, "No, I want to show you there is a way out." So I moved a little, how will you call that, board, so that way the trap can move inward, so that his parents can be relieved that there is an out. And then I close it back up. Now it's tight again in the back. Nowadays the traps go inward, or they pop up like a cork and move off to the side, or it just slides out that way. Or as the Valentino Leonard Montana the Masked Magician showed, the whole top slides off to the left or right the way you rope it around. A lot of people get the wrong idea that the box is open in the back. I mean, it could do that, but what the masked magician Valentino was trying to explain is take Superman X-ray vision of what you would be seeing, what's going on at that moment in time. That box would be solid all the way around. If you watch Doug Henning, the box is spun all around. The Pendragons, the box is spun all around, if I remember right. Anyway, even Houdini unlocking his secrets and World's Greatest Magic and other specials. The Pendragons are really good. Oh, even on America's Got Talent, Charlotte Pendragon did the sub trunk. They still do it. They're really good. And at that time, David Hasselhoff was one of the judges. And although a long time ago, Jonathan Pendragon got in trouble by revealing the Houdini sub trunk, but he came out of his pocket. No big brainer. I mean, I agree with a lot of magicians that understand what I understand, and Herbert Becker and others, and even some in the Magic Castle, is that it? Magician's Castle, I forgot what you call that. At the Magic Castle, let's see, Walt Disney's Magic Castle, that's different than Magic Castle. There are some people at the Magic Castle. They helped out with the new show of the Masked Magician because they understood eventually what Val was doing. But at the start, they weren't. But now Val understood ahead of time what was going on to bring new magicians into the field. Because there's a lot of magicians that said they learned a lot and branched out by watching a Masked Magician special. Even the Mr. Magician on CBS 1980s, that was before even Val and Herbert Becker. In 1980, CBS, the Mystery Magician. He would perform the illusion and then show you how to do it. There were some they didn't. They didn't show the egg. They performed the egg, didn't show it. The crystal box didn't. They performed it. The three-fold screen just perform it. But everything else they would perform it and reveal it. The zigzag, a bigger version of the tiger cage vanish. Before learning the tiger cage vanish, this is how I thought it was done. That it's like a shell coin. That the tiger's in the back, and the thing is pulled outward. And when they bring it forward, the floor folds downward to match the original floor, and now the cage turns into one cage, like a shell coin, and it locks in place. And now the lady changes to a tiger, and they push Harry Blackstone Jr. pushes the stairs underneath it. That's where the lady went. Later on, I learned that the stairs I had right. The way the cage is made, my idea would work, but that's not the way it works. It's just a false wall cage trapdoor that folds down flat, and the tiger comes up front. And there's more depth in the cage. But anyway, all ideas are workable. Andre Cole Krishna illusions, he would look at all the illusions in a catalog, and when he learned the secret, he found out his method was much better than what was originally created on it. So he realized he could create his own ideas. Coppola was the same way. He would look at the thing in the book, didn't read the secret, and then he'd build his own way, and then he would learn the secret and realize his method was even better. I did that too. Maybe every magician does that. I looked at the vanishing handkerchief, and then I guessed how it was done. I took a paper towel roller, cut it in half, took I don't know if it was a paper clip or a coat hanger into a V shape and hooked it onto it. Then had some elastic thread hooked up to a safety pin, and I stuffed the handkerchief in there and went whoosh. And when I learned I have the right idea, but it's not a paper towel roller. It's something like shaped like an egg shape, black, and you do the same idea. Has a hole in it, and you have some kind of elastic thread hooked up to a safety pin and go whoosh. And Bob Schofield is an inventor too, a church member. He took the vanisher and used a ping pong ball, but he ain't messed with it in a while. That thing is all brittle and it falls apart, but I can see where there's a hole. He drew a hole in there and made a makeshift handkerchief bandage with a ping pong ball. You can be creative. And everybody, Copperfield, in the mind rating section of the Toggle course, that my friend Dave Duncan got all of the things, and later on got the 8 volume that they recently added to it, because there were 7 volumes and they found the lost volume, and Dave got the whole set, plus all the Darrow's 60 thing. I just got the Magic by Misdirection, all that stuff, but there's the Trick Brain, and there's Showmanship for Magicians, and all them. Anyway, Copperfield suggested to get all the Darrow-Stitsky's and all the Tarville course, and to learn all you can about illusions. Anyway, because we wanted to know about how do you get applause, and that was what Gary Bartlett wrote back, suggest that Copperfield read your letter and suggests these books. The Trick Bane, all the stuff by Daryl Fitzke, and all the things by the Tarba Course and Magic. And some magic shops to go to websites. This is way before YouTube. This was at Christ Hall, Norfolk, Virginia. 19, Magic for the 90s. Harley Davidson, run, run, run. When me and Bob Schofield went, it was between the Crystal Smoke Chamber to Corey Hart. I wear my sunglasses at night. Song appearing in it. The Crystal Smoke Chamber. Wearing a white tuxedo with sunglasses on. I just came from LA. I brought the air with me. Stay tuned. I got some better Incredible Illusions. And when Judy went, we went to the Alcatraz theme at Chrysler Hall. And Judy went, and Copperfield appeared in the Crystal Smoke Chamber, wearing a Ponzi leather jacket style. And for the China wall, he used Indiana Jones' Temple of Doom song and appeared in the smoke chamber wearing the, I guess you can say a Ponzi jacket with, I don't know if he wore dark sunsage and that. I need to watch that again. He might have didn't have sunsage then. He just probably appeared in the smoke. I can't remember. It's been a while. Anyway, I have all the specials loaded on YouTube freely for everybody to have. Like Jesus gave his life freely. Freely you have received, freely give. I upload all the Doug Hennings, the David Blaines, some Chris Angel specials that are okay to upload. For some reason, there's ones that it won't let you for some reason. And the Robert Gollop Extreme Magic, I don't understand that. I can watch someone else's YouTube channel and it'll be there. But if someone tries to watch mine, they say, Bill, I can't find Robert Gollop Extreme. I don't know why mine won't. I mean, it's just like the others out there. God, don't ask me. I don't understand how the internet works. But anyway, because there's a certain song that they bleep out the music, and it's no sound at all. It's just video. But I can go watch someone else's Robert Gollop Extreme Magic, and that sound and video is there. I can't understand the concept. 2 plus 2 is not 1,000. I don't understand the concept. Is that people who pay for Google YouTube? They get more privileges? Is that what this is about? Yeah. If that's not the case, that's good. But if it is the case, that doesn't quite seem fair. Because I remember a long time ago when Google was separated from Google was Google and YouTube was YouTube. So there was no fighting. And YouTube would allow any kind of music on there. And then out of the blue, someone, I don't know who it was, destroyed YouTube. Then Google bought it, and now it's even more stricter. And now Facebook says it will always be free, is free, and always will be free. John Breckenridge says that. That's his motto. And that's why people from MySpace left, even though it was free, they started to have to pay. And even our church at Good News and my sister Cheryl went to Facebook because Doug Zuckerberg says free and always will be free. See, we go for the free stuff. We don't go for something you got to pay. If it's free, even our church will get it. We'll skip MySpace and go to Facebook because John Zuckerberg says free and always will be free. See, Zuckerberg knows how to do it. When something is free, it's free, and people will go for free. If something all of a sudden is free and you got to pay for it, we leaving you. We're going to someone who said well always will be free, and Zuckerberg has done the right thing. YouTube used to be always free too. Now people will say, hey, pay me some money so I can keep my YouTube going and stuff like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I must be born differently because God created me to just share what I know freely. Freely you have received, freely give. Fernando P1 even says that on his YouTube channel. Andre Crow said it on his website even before he passed away. He quoted that verse all the time. Freely you have received, freely give. And Fernando P1 did the same thing. Anyway, YouTube, you could upload any kind of music and it'd be free. And now, I don't understand this, but what used to be free on YouTube, I mean, for many years later, I get a thing saying, copyright, you will not hear sound in this video. In other words, several years ago, you could have sound and video in this, but now, well, you can't. That's like, I gave you a bicycle, and then I take it away. Does that sound right? 2 plus 2 is not 1,000. I don't know. Weird things are going on is all I know. Same bad time, same bad channel. I'm gonna take this. Okay. Yeah, you're right. It didn't take long. I said you're right. It didn't take long. Blood work. Okay. Now what do I do with? I just have to rouge it. There it went on the floor. It's the first time it dropped on the floor.
Is that good?
No, it's not good, Fancy. Very fun. These things are sensitive. When they keep dropping, eventually the thing will get weak and then I'll have to buy a new one, because one time I went to turn it and all of a sudden it fell to pieces. I said, okay, I'll just put it back in. Like I did my old-timey one. It's a tad bigger. And you know what? I go to turn it pretty good for a while and then all of a sudden it falls apart. So I have to go to Walmart and buy me another one.
Because you're a bum?
Now, the ones that were a tad bigger, they were built differently. They must have made them stronger somehow. Because as much as I used to drop a Rubiks cube, it still worked. And I could take it apart and put it back together, and it would still work, even when I lubricate it. Anyway. Okay. This Olympic white, I could pick, that's the 446 Max, part of the refractor series. Thanks to Craig Petty, he's a godsend, WDOD. He come up with Cube 52 to have Kevdy and Colin Claus to teach the 446 Mix, part of the refractor series, because it came with a deck of cards, just like a cube, with a website and password. If someone picked yellow, the yellow gets done, then you toss it to show white. I did that to Stacy's boyfriend Jerry. He says, "Is that a trick cube?" I go, "Nope, it's a regular cube. It's just pure sleight of hand with different patterns." Ryan Poach, when I was doing all these patterns, I was doing Stephen Grundy's and Greg Wilson's Rubicon pattern, all that. He said, "That's a trick cube. I hear they got trick cubes." I said, "Oh, they do got trick cubes, but this is pure sleight of hand." Then he timed me after mixing it. I did a pretty good time, and then I came across a kid that he's got a speed cube, but he didn't have it with him. I said, wow, you got the expensive kind, that's good. But with my Rubiks cube, he basically got done about the time I did. His name was, I've been hearing Pastor Brown, Nathaniel Brown was talking about him. And when Ryan Folks' children, when I asked who that kid was, because he solved it and then left real quick, I guess because he had to hurry up and leave with his parents. They said, oh, that's, when they mentioned his name, I said, oh yeah, I've been hearing about him. I heard he could solve the cube. Pastor Brown, Nathaniel Brown told me about him. Pastor Brown wants to learn, and his wife, Rebecca, wants to learn too, so I gave him my YouTube channel and a lot of how-to videos on Rubiks cubes if they really want to do trick solves. Plus, Stephen Brown teaches how to solve the cube, so that's a plus. I'm trying to think on this. Oh, I know I was doing. I wanted to do the part of the Rubicon. Greg Wilson, the youngest son of Mark and Nanny and Arnell. Mike Wilson is their oldest son. I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, my mind, when I'm talking, I tend to forget what I'm doing. Thanks to Dooney Toon, magician on YouTube, he teaches a lot of things.
Oh yeah, you did.
I think this is it. Yeah, that's it. It's a pretty good mix. And with one hand, it gets done. Here's a Stephen Brundage. Behind the back, and the bag solve, toss up solve, whatever you want to do it. You can do the wave solve if you want. But then get caught. Yeah. See, this is the problem. Some of these speed cubes don't cut corners, and some do. Let me try it again. See? I can do it behind my back. Come around. Youth director Mark Taylor, he's now retired, but he said, you got another cube behind your back. I said, nope, just one cube. Stephen Brundage said he gets that too. They think he's got another cube behind his back. There is a magician who invented a gadget you can switch out for another, from a mixed cube to a second solid cube with a gadget. He's like an A-team MacGyver idea. He comes up with some neat ideas. He teaches a lot of things. He creates his own stuff. He buys the products and he'll show you how to make it. Out of stuff you can buy at a Walmart store or whatnot. Learn Magic does the same thing, but he does things with cardboard to do the same thing. Sometimes they make a model that's usually a big stage illusion, but they use it for a close-up illusion. Or you could use a close-up illusion based on a stage illusion, or a stage illusion based on a close-up. It's like Cuphead, sometimes the music pop in his head and he'll think I'm an illusion for it. Sometimes you'll do an illusion and you hear a song and say, hey, that'll go with this illusion. It works both ways. And Joan Spina later on came on board, and she picked all the music for the TV special, CBS specials, and the tour one, including a Christ Throne, Norfolk, Virginia. I'm glad she's a born-again Christian. She got promoted to heaven. called got promoted to heaven too. Pastor asked, Mike Asher says, when someone gets saved, and then when they pass away, they get promoted to heaven. Okay. Here's the Tech Community Soul, if I remember it right. Thanks to Applebite Juggler, I learned this pattern. Keep in mind, all patterns can be used to show all of the patterns match. And then you go in and solve it. Ugh. It's kind of hard to turn it, but I got it. Yeah. Here's another one. Imagine it 20 moves away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Micah Murray's The Solution. Thanks to Craig Petty saying you could use the Stephen Brundage pattern. You take, which I had an idea that's what you could use to do it too. And Greg Petty just verified it for me. You take the spectator. Micah Murray's solution is where even Stephen Brundage did it with the Weatherman on Today's Show. And they're like, how did he do that? And one of the lady judges on America's Got Talent, they wondered how she solved it. Anyway, Brian Petty does it too. Picks a lady out of the audience or even a guy, and they solved it. And they're mystified as much as the judges and the audience. The trick, see, you show it, right? And imagine this is going behind. You go behind the back, and you tell them how to mix it. You tell them to go you tell them to mix it and mix it and mix it and mix it and mix it. And you're showing them behind the back how to mix it. And they mix it and they mix it and they mix it. And see, they mix it so good that they wonder. And you see, as they're mixing it behind the back, you put it behind you put it in their hand, and they know how to do it. They do exactly what you told them, and then you tell them to keep mixing it, and they're mixing it and mixing it and mixing it. On a count of 3, put the cube in front. 1, 2, 3. And they're like, huh? How would I do that? And the judge said, were you part of the act? No, I wasn't part of the act. How would I do that? Don't ask me, I don't know how that. Micah Murray's called The Solution. That's where the audience gets involved. I like that idea. Thanks, Micah Murray.